know full-blown by the first name.
I don't.
You do. You know who I am.
No, I don't.
You know full-blown who she just showed you my YouTube channel.
You showed me your YouTube.
The lady just showed you the YouTube channel.
Didn't. She showed me the security cameras from inside the hotel.
What did you see on them? Where you would come and give me a criminal trespass?
I'm giving you a criminal trespass.
What did you see on the camera? She showed you the security cameras. What did you see on them?
You know what? Conversation is normally a two-way street.
I wanted to know what you saw on the security cameras for.
Different footage on the security cameras.
What did you see? What did she show you on the security cameras? Because abusing your badges and guns, putting me out of location to location is criminal. And you don't want to talk about that. You want to deflect on staging conflict and blaming me for the criminal activity that I'm repeatedly subjected to.
I will talk to you about anything, but you will not let me talk
because my abuser enlists you guys to torment and violate me and blame me. He shouldn't have a right to cause psychological damage and then blame me for it. Kiana.
How do you spell
You already know my name.
How do you spell that, man?
Excuse me, sir. I am leaving.
Okay.
The gentleman that just walked in, that is the general manager.
Okay.
So,
it's street theater. This is what street theater is. It's a play.
And everything like that.
It was already prearranged for me to have the criminal trespass, so they have to do these plays because it is a felony charge. So they have to do a play.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So they have to do a play, that way they don't get their felony. So the play is I was creating a disturbance by wanting a remote that they refused to give me. I'm homeless.
Okay.
You guys keep doing this everywhere.
And the phone number that you have on that?
So really, this is what the street theater is.
It's not street theater.
It is street theater. This is a play to keep me from having services and giving me criminal trespass like you guys did before COVID, all over the place. It's a play. They already prearranged before I even got here that they were going to give me a criminal trespass, so they have to stage conflict with the remote and then blame me for their misconduct. Call me and say, are you the one with the problem with the hotel room? I said yes, and then hung up, someone knocking on my door, then leaving. They're disregarding all that, but want to give me a criminal trespass for no purpose. Since this is criminal, you have to do it as street theater. Blame me for it. So what they're doing is they're blacklisting me from services all over the place and corruption. Since it is a crime, they have to act out in a scheme to criminal trespasses. That way they don't get their charges. This is the street theater. So he went to go get the man, had the man to give me a criminal trespass, enlisting civilians in their felony crime charge. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge. So he enlisted the man to tell me I had the CT so they can start up the same crap they did in Dallas. Not telling these people they're committing crimes. This is a felony. To abuse power and give someone criminal trespasses all over the place to violate their rights is criminal. They forget to tell them that. So sir, these are criminals. I want you to know, hold on. I want you to know that even though he has a badge and guns. Okay, but I want you to know.
You're not welcome at
Okay, but I want you to know that you're committing a crime. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge. Even though it's not funny, even though they have badges and guns, these are criminals that enlist civilians in crimes. So if you don't care about be an accomplice to his crime, you are risking a felony right now, sir. With smiles on your face. If someone were to hold you guys accountable, this is a felony. Trying to hide him behind this camera. This is a felony charge, sir. You're aware of that. You're aware, sir. I'm informing you that this is a felony. Hotel staff, you're an accomplice to this officer's felony charge. They do this location to location, enlist civilians in the conspiracy to violate rights scheme, which carries felony consequences, sir. Even though they have badges and guns. You're choosing to be accomplice even though you know that. This hotel is defrauding me out of funds, putting me out early, then defrauding me out of funds by making me pay for a hotel room and would not give me a working remote. And then played games, knocked on my hotel room and left. So if they tell them if I say anything, just ignore it. That way they don't get their charges. Just disregard my value and importance as a human being, location to location. So this is when you're setting up things, normal customers can say, can I have a remote? But they're deliberately punishing me for wanting to have rights. Deflecting on all the hell that I've been through. Torment. It's street theater. Street theater. Are you trying to frame me with mental illness? I have no other choices.
I simply asked you a question.
If you want, I don't have choices. I'm blacklisted from our shelter, and all you guys keep doing the same thing.
Okay,
So
then I'll stop asking you that.
you just asked me. I have said I have no other choice but to get that.
You don't have to answer me. I'm trying to be cordial and nice.
I can't stop you guys. It's pointless. You have badges and guns. I don't. You've gotten away with this year, so it's pointless. You get to come violate, intimidate, bully, because you have badges and guns and I don't. It's pointless. So if you want to set me up or take me to jail, you keep doing it. It's impossible for me to flee you. I don't have badges and guns. Let's just keep it real. I can't flee you, sir. I don't know what to do. When the police department is your abuser, you can't escape
What you do
it.
is listen to the criminal trespass notice that was just issued to
I
you
can't
by the
escape your
general
abuse,
manager and
sir.
leave this property.
I can't escape it. I'm waiting on I can't escape you guys. You're police. I don't have badges and guns.
You have the freedom to walk off the property.
No, because you do it everywhere. It follows me.
All you
You're
do
just
is
going to
make
do
it
it
right
everywhere
there
else
to the
I
property
go.
line.
Let's be real.
Make it there to the property line. Don't come back. You're fine. I'll leave you alone.
No, because it keeps happening. I haven't been left alone,
Because
sir.
you keep causing disturbances wherever you go.
All right, before I got targeted, I never caused disturbances.
Listen, what you have to understand is
But when I got targeted, I'm always creating a disturbance, even in bed alone.
keep talking and you'll never
Like in Fort Worth, nothing had happened, and the police threatened to break the door down. I was creating a disturbance in the bed, trying to go to sleep. Like in Dart, when 7 or 8 police came to me then and told me I was going to jail for criminal trespass for using transit, I was creating a disturbance then, and they didn't know why they were doing it, and I did. Like Red Roof Inn, when they assaulted and arrested me there, I was creating a disturbance there, and I hadn't even been talking to anyone. I was trying to flee abuse on my phone, and they came and interrupted. First, they tried to set me up with mental illness. I started recording it. Then they had hotel staff lie on me to keep me from services. So then I was creating a disturbance to having a conversation with someone in Duncanville. Nothing had happened, and I was creating a disturbance trying to flee from my life. They called and said I was creating a disturbance there. So I was talking to another human being on the street. I was creating a disturbance then, and the police came. I was creating a disturbance at another location in Fort Worth for talking to someone about services, alone with the other party. I was creating a disturbance then and was interrupted and asked to leave. So all these disturbances I'm created by having conversations and wanting to have rights, I thought was a violation of my constitutional rights. Sitting at a support group at New Beginnings where I was assaulted and arrested, I was creating a disturbance there. For trying to report crimes that you government officials keep committing to keep me away from my children at CPS, I was creating a disturbance there. But I don't understand why all these felonies you've racked up has not had any accountability. If all you're doing is slandering me to validate your misconduct and bad behavior, repeatedly over and over with no accountability. You used to come on your own with these crimes. Now you're letting civilians take the fall for you, which I think is even more sick. Came on your own. I was creating a disturbance by our calling, trying to flee abuse and get housing information and remove there. I was creating a disturbance sitting at the courtyard, not doing anything, told I was blocking traffic, sitting at a courtyard, handcuffed and hauled off to Parkland. Creating a disturbance. Hey, I said, look at the cameras, that's impossible. I've been sitting here. They wouldn't. Then I got robbed of everything. My phones, my money, my credit card, clothes, shoes, birth certificate, social security card, ID. So I kept getting defrauded out of funds left and right, but the SMI1 scammers that you keep having me talk to threatened to cancel my card out when I reported these repeated crimes. I have 260 that I haven't been compensated for, 105 from the last month. And now this, I feel that my rights are being violated to charge me for services and have me leave this early. I wanted to wash. This happened at multiple different other locations. What really I think is going on, I got the new hair product. He's running the police department. Repeatedly over and over, they interrupt me trying to be presentable and get ready. So they already hid the other product that I was there to get. So he wanted to make sure that I didn't get myself dressed up and fix my hair. Since I repeatedly experienced this, I experienced a stream for when I put on makeup. That's when I dress up, I noticed that I would get a false arrest. So it's complicated when someone that's not mentally stable is allowed to repeatedly use the government to enforce his abuse. So I believe that since I got the hair care product, they had to lock me out and scan when I got breakfast to keep me from fixing myself up, forcing me to be out on the streets not properly prepared. But when you're mentally unstable and run the government, you can do things like that. You can set up for false arrest because you don't like someone's outfit. You can have hospitals rob someone of clothes repeatedly over and over and put crayons off in their wash. Damage headphones, scratch up phones, repeated thefts. You can have shelters repeatedly steal from someone. You can set up robberies, pickpocketing, attacks. You can do that when you have badges and guns.